So I know you're a man that has not eaten cooked food for over 40 years, right?
Yes, sir.
When did you start? When and why did you start eating raw food?
Of my experience, that bring I to this. You know, where I did even talk about already is that living in another country with my family, my grandmother. 'Cause there was a time when my mother couldn't take care of all of it. So we end up with a country to live. So when we do a country to live now, this man, them used to name Mas Bakra, who used to have a lot of cow. From you hear the name Bakra, you know what that means in Jamaica. Bakra Masa. It's like it's as any man who have property with cow and fence up with ass and donkey and them things there, like a little slave master. So you get the name Bakra. So yeah, it's a Bakra, cow and goat them and thing, but we used to love ride the donkey them and the ass them when him have and thing. So we always help him with the cow them because we want to go ride, you know. So one day I end up see a cow who just have calf. And run go tell Mr. Bakra, and Mr. Bakra say, all right, you know, I hear a little cow that though. So me have this little cow now, like, me all want bathe him and pick off ticks off him and treat him different from the rest of cow them. So it's like him become my best friend, you know? But then my mother sent for me and me end up there watching now and then I go come back. Them have a big cricket match, because cricket was the thing them time. The football not too established in Jamaica. It was cricket. And tell you about cricket everyone. So when them send call I for come at the cricket match and I end up go. And my best friend them kill and one guy to eat. Which was the cow, you know? Yeah, when we see the cow skin, you know, and never forget it was brown and white and black. 3 color him have. Nice, you know, my friend. So from that now, it changed my own vibes from killing and eating anything at all. When you look at the food now, the people who are selling natural food, healthy living, it go right back where the rich shall live and the poor shall die. Because the price that them put on it is only for the rich man. But where it is coming from, nowhere to be somewhere. So that now, after them kill the cow, every meat where I see, I couldn't eat it anymore. No. You see, my mother have a little man next door where should have sent me like go pick up goat meat Sunday morning time. And when you go over there and see how them had kill the goat them and the goat them about for their life, and as a little youth now them thing they know, then the blood and the bone and the so them thing they know I couldn't eat nothing where you have to kill again. So it never something that was taught to I by anyone. It's just a spiritual awakeness that come to I. Because I never did know no one who eat that way.
When did you start making raw food recipes?
Well, I've never made a raw food recipe because there's no such thing as recipe in live food. Maybe raw food. Because you who have recipe now, Kentucky, Burger King, all of these fast food places, they have recipe. Why? Because they make a special sauce and a special smell that only people. When you pass a Kentucky shop, it have a special smell. That chicken have a special smell. Maybe if you go to your house and you cook and them get that smell out of your house, them will come lock you up, you know, because them own that smell. That is recipe. So within my food, as live food, I never see it as a recipe. Because tomato that grow in Sentan, maybe Sentan have a lot of rain at the time. So those tomatoes come with more water. St. Elizabeth might have tomato, those tomatoes come with less water. It depends on the type of the time of the year. Cane that grow in a lot of water fresh. Cane that grow in dry place, sweet. So how you going to get recipe? Recipe mean that everything have to be the exact same thing. So I've never created a live food dish that tastes like the next one. We are creator of creation, so we create new things every day, just like how the music you see it change to different creation. It's either it change for the best or it change for the worst. So that is the changes within the food. So I couldn't even make a food until I want to. It's a recipe. I don't reach that stage in life yet. I don't know how them come up with it. But live food is just live food with different tastes.
So as a youth though, when did you transition from just picking fruits to actually kind of combining stuff?
Yeah, at first when I just started to eat live food, we never make salad. That wasn't a part of it. No. That wasn't a part of it. I never know about making no salad. We just eat pear orange and drink pear jelly and eat dry coconut and eat soursop and years after before we start come together and say we are cut up things and you know, we'd just eat the scallion same way, we'd eat the callaloo same way. You know, that never come to yet. We're never ready for that yet.
And what has been the biggest challenge over the years of maintaining a raw food living?
I wouldn't say I never have a challenge yet. It's just a part of it. The biggest challenge where I say I ever have, one time I go back to try eat cook food. And it couldn't work. No. It's like the worst taste. The worst feelings. You know what I mean? Eh? So that's the biggest. That was just a test. I said, no, sir, this is not PI.
Do you remember what you ate?
Oh my God, we could have never forgot where I eat at the time. Run down in a ackee with some Westmoreland rice and peas. Not the rice that them ship come there, no. Because I used to buy rice from Westmoreland. Jamaica rice. You know what I mean? Because enough rice, the Indian them down at Alan Bamboo and them places. Westmoreland used to have enough rice. You know? I don't know what happened to these people. Them never want the rice there. You know? But that are the last and first things I try out. You know? And it never make I feel like it tastes good to the mouth but bitter to the belly. You know? So I know that right now within this journey and this journey I and I depend, I never see it as a business. I did see it as a livity. I see it as a spiritual awareness within Rastafari.
All right. And next question I have is, I know during your time, police just used to lock up Rastafari brethren and sisters for no reason, right?
For what?
Lock you up for no reason.
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh.
So the question I have though, during that time you were in, because I know at the time between 10 days, 30 days, 90 days, you were still eating raw food while you were in there?
We not eat, man. I don't eat. Anytime we go to jail, I always say, because I alone, you know, a portion I. When I go to jail, we always say we are visitors. We are not prisoners. Prisoners eat prison food, but visitors don't eat. So no matter how long them have I in the for, I not go eat. And I hold for jail, man. Listen, in those early days, sometimes we feel safer in jail than on street. Because when you're out on the street, it's not just the police alone that come to you. But when you're in a jail, you know, so it's just the police you have to deal with. The people, everyone. We go through a lot of that. So I go to so much jail, that's jailhouse become my favorite meditation room. Pain. I feel so much pain that pain become a part of it. Police couldn't beat me, make me feel it. Because anytime police are beat me, I never have no feelings yet. No matter how they lick me, I don't feel that. And when they carry me go to jail, they carry me go somewhere where I have enough time. All me need are 2 sheets of cleaner. I'm alright. And that's how I start meditating. So my favorite man. Me is not a prisoner, I don't want your food. I don't want nothing from you. So I just stay in there and just survive. But sometimes some of the police ain't sorry for we, because we don't eat the jail food and they know why we dead and all. That's called to them. But till we come learn, say Rasta don't come for dead and you know, the food for the belly and the belly for the food, the whole of them will come tumbling down. So food wasn't really a part of our journey. Food wasn't something where it's something where we are preach, like a food doctrine. No, we never go into that. And we never say food as something that keeps us alive. It's a spirit of Rastafari that keeps us alive, not the food. So food wasn't no problem to us. So even if they're not giving no food, we don't care.
Do you remember the longest you went without eating when you were in there?
Jail?
Yeah.
I think St. Thomas at Bath, not Bath. They moved us from Bath to Moran Bay. With the 100 and odd day over there in a jail. There are 45 I and I them old within that time. And enough man bow out still. I just say bow out. It's just few I and I out of the 45 who never eat jail food. Because some man start push the meat aside and eat the dumpling or eat the rice. But at least 7 and I were in our cell, them couldn't carry none of them things they come in there. Because just a man have to stand up. Anytime you come in here, come eat out. Anytime you eat out of the plate, then you go to prison. And prison is like the science in the plate. Something in the plate, they are going to send you to prison. So I never eat out of them plate and things. But we did there 2 weeks and I just water. And then now when them see, you know, the bigger authority that pass through when them have inspection day and them come and them say, all right, give them some fruits and things. And when we get all the fruits now, the same man them who eat the jail food, we end up give them fruits. And them take the fruits now and do things with it where the skin and mess up the place and things, so them ban me from the food same way. So we'd have all green sour sap we then give it. And we suck off that and like we want throw it, but put it down so we throw it away. And when hungry liquid, we have to go back. That time it's ripe now, it's sweeter. Which we're hungry because we're there jail car. When you're there street and hungry, you stop anywhere and eat. So Ital man can't hungry. Yeah, you have to left your belly. You can't walk with it. You know, so that's why we don't preach food doctrine. Because man I eat flesh and live longer than some man I eat Ital. Because most of the things that we say Ital right now are organic. Most of them poison same way. So we don't really preach food doctrine. We just live with livity.
I know you went through different heights during your Rastafari tribe, right? Please tell me how you started the barefoot tribe. I'm not going to say barefoot tribe. Please explain why you stopped wearing shoes initially.
In the early days, and I seen an ancient livity, and which is the first livity. And I was rebelling against the system and everything that the system have to offer us. So through the first livity is before comb, scissors, razor, pot, clothes, boot, house, everything. And we are rebel against them. And we are find ourselves living that first livity and creation. Before you come with your telecation, before you come with your borders and your boundaries, and your rules and your laws, and your segregation and your difference, it was I. So I lived that livity, which is the first livity, in this world and in this dispensation of time. We live that livity in this world. So I and I tell I and I say, I and I is in the world, but not of the world. So we fling them boot, we fling them clothes, go in a jungle, go and live. Live in the first livity, fling away your comb, your scissors, and your razor. Fling away all your house too, we sleep all out in the rain. See them where. Right. So we are live that first livity. Remember, that first livity is what educated I and I. We did not educated by books that the invaders that invade Africa and write and give us. Our liberty teach us what we want to know, because when you live the first liberty, you will know what the first people and creation was going through.
How did people respond when you started walking barefoot?
Nah, man, remember, you know, in my town, my people them well, you know. My mother have money, you know. My auntie husband, Donald de Costa, was the richest man I watch it. And them man they hide them out. Him build the clock I watch it. And the street named Da Costa Drive. Me sit down in a tractor when me a little pit when them a build that. Because it's my people build it. And my mother come from Cuba with money. And she started her business. She was a dressmaker. She had money. My people was like the rich people in Awoche. Differently from few other background masters who did it. You understand? But my mother did up there. My people them did up there materially. So when I come now and lick all of them things there, I disgrace my family. When I come declare Rastafari, I disgrace my family. When I lick Jesus and my father is a preacher, I'm a grandfather, father priest, I'm an uncle, I disgrace my family. I scan to them. Because I not go to church. I not eat from my mother. I not eat from them. We live a jungle. Clothes we fling away all that too. We never have no time for that. We lick everything. But a man who does no. So how come we are do it now? But that was high class. That was an education. Because you have A class and B class. But Rasta got high class. So our liberty teach us. So it's like we go and live with our ancestors them, you know. When you live in that liberty, the people them call the ancestors them. I and I is living the ancestor liberty. So we are in the world, but not of the world. We don't eat like them, we don't drink like them, we don't look like them, we don't talk like them. And we are living a different liberty in our modern world.
And for the people watching, before I explain and clarify this for me, You get rid of the shoes and you get rid of the clothes, right? Please explain to them why at the time you guys were just dealing with you were not wearing clothes.
No, because we are rebel against the system. We don't want nothing for them. We just have burn them out. We don't want nothing for them. We just show them how we are rebel against everything we want to have. We don't want nothing from them. Because we don't love I and I. So we just show them say we can't survive without them, you know. We don't need them. But that was just one stages of life. Because we go through different stages. Come and say, oh, you are weird that now, you're still at this and you're that. Those things was just a class that we've been through. Those things was things that educate I and I differently from the slave master would carry one book and tell you, say, hey, the cat and the figure, the cow jump over the moon. And A, B, C. We say, A, B can't see. Your alphabet wrong. Or A, B for C. It must I, C, A. I saw it for start. So we start to rebel against the system. And going our own creation. And that is where Rastafari come in now, because I know I don't explain half Rastafari, you know. We just attack of our live. But all of these livity attached to Rastafari.
I have two more questions I know people want to hear. One, I remember we spoke earlier, you told me about conquering shame. That's one of the reasons you stopped wearing the clothes. And also, you were just staying up in the hills, or did you ever come to the town?
Yes, they were not rebellious. We rebel against the system, you know. I personally, you know. I personally used to just do it. We say we kill shame, because clothes are shame. Ball off your head, a shame. Trim and shame, shame. So we don't have no shame again. We don't shame ourselves. We're proud of ourselves. So I as a man now would have just spitefully left jungle and gone into the town naked. Yeah. And through the police, them know my people, them and everything. More time them I run down and I say, boy, go put on clothes because them know say we not mad. You know what I mean? Eh? But we do them things that spitefully, man. Yeah. We do them things that spitefully when we are youth. You know what I mean? Because we say, listen, enough clothes make up people, you know. If you tell some people to come out of clothes, you know, they're afraid to look upon, you know. Yeah. So I shame people when they dress up. They're not proud of them Ital self. And you want to look nice? What do you think look nice there? Look nice is for sale. Go buy look nice. But take off look nice and to your true self. You're afraid to look upon yourself. That's why people go for name brand. People don't see people again, you know, them see the brand. It's the brand them see, you know, them not see themselves anymore. So that is the disaster that is taking place amongst I and I. Even in the music business now, yes, you have to have a look, but when you check it, the people them dress up more expensive than when them pay them to come profile. It's not about the music, it's not about them. It's about the brand. And any little youth, no care the picture small, especially in America, and you have one fake Gap, Gucci, all of the pretty name them know. Because them caught up in that. Them don't see the beauty of themselves anymore. Them see the beauty in the brand. So the brand erased the beauty from our people. So we rebel against the system and say, burn everything for Babylon. And then, as you say, the changes now, especially when women come in your life. Because we don't live no monk life. We never had to live no monk life, you know, because we never a monk, you know. We live a ancient livity. Some man have said them not have no woman and them not want no woman. And the world have come through woman. We never in them. We never see them things there. Because most of the things them me know, me never did read them. Because most of what them can't come give you for read is what the slave master write and give them. First, if we talk about the Rastafari journey, we have most one talk about oil. But it's not oil alone you used to trot together in them time. As gone to our history. Coming from I and I ancient. Because no fire and I never did that. But hands on with brethren who trod within them I were there. And the history of I and I. In the early days. Is Ebert, Owl and Dunkley, 3 brethren. And those brethren wasn't preaching out of the Bible. No. They were telling the people that your king have just crowned the black king of Ethiopia, which is Kadamawi Haile Selassie I. You know? So when the people them question them about the black king, their first question is what is his name? And them say Haile Selassie I. Haile Selassie I. First. Them take that now and match it with the meaning. What means power of the Holy Trinity. So they're going to match that with the Bible. The power of the Holy Trinity, they match it with Haile Selassie and match it with the Bible. And them say, why I'm crowned as? And them say, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. So them take that and go match it with the Bible also, Revelation. But at the time, Haile Selassie did not crown as Lord of Lords. I'm crowned as King of Kings. So that is one of the things. So through those brethren now was just preaching about the black king of Ethiopia, where they must say the black man God and the black man king. So that is where now, through them want to explain to the people them start to quote things from the Bible, coming from the lineage of Solomon and Sheba and Melchizedek, coming down. So everything them start to match and interpret it with the Bible. But that is not what Rastafari started on. It did not start with the Bible. They add the Bible to it. But to I look at it, what about the man that cannot read or cannot write in any religion or any organization? That means to say him don't know who God is. You really need a book or a history from someone to tell you who you classify your God as. That means to say it's only the bright people know God and the dunce people don't know God. But what I am saying within Rastafari, Haile Selassie never tell we say we forgot to read Bible and interpret it for match with him. No. That is when it becomes religious. And the same Bible where we are read, Rasta will tell you, say, Haile Selassie, I say, we in Ethiopia have the oldest version of the Bible and him glorified in the Bible. But which one of these Rasta have proof of this Bible that they gave us, which is the King James Bible? Is it the King James Bible? Because Ethiopians speak Amharic. And this Bible was broken down by invaders, who is our slave master, who rape, rob, buy, sell, kill, slave, name it. Do you think they would give us a Bible to free us if we are using this Bible to free ourselves? No, no, no. A lot of things that Rasta do and say, Haile Selassie. Man just interpret in their ways, and everyone will interpret in a different way. So that is where we have a problem. Because we will call ourselves Bobo Shanti. We call ourselves nyahbinghi. We call ourselves 12 tribe. Bam. Did Haile Selassie I tell any of I and I to call I and I self that? No. So enough things that we take on. We have to go check again. So I and I glorify him. But to how some man want to interpret it, they might interpret it under the way of the same man that aggress our people and don't press our people in the worst way. Name one book out there what was written we don't have lie night. Every book have line there. Because for instance, I go and write a book. And I say, come here dirty boy. The world now go understand or overstand what I say. So right away I go and change it and say, come here dirty boy. That's a lie. I say, come here dirty boy. So each time it change to lie. That is not why I give praises to Haile Selassie. I don't give praises to him through the Bible. Look how much people use the Bible. Look how much different organization or religion use it. And no man can show Haile Selassie right tonight. And that the name me love. Rastafari, Haile Selassie. So, the Bible is not a part of my journey. Because if I couldn't read, that means I wouldn't know who God is. But I can read, so I read the Bible to tell you about the Bible. But that is not Rastafari. And then we tell you again, say, even when Haile Selassie I come, him tell them with Psalms to read. That is not why I give praises to Haile Selassie. Them not say greater work than that. Them not say Haile Selassie with them. Them not say Haile Selassie as a man who had trod as a government. None of the things that Rastafari declare about Rastafari is not Haile Selassie I tell I and I to do it. It's I and I do it because of I and I spiritual awakeness within that ancient trad. And we give praises to Haile Selassie, not as God like how them have it. Because you are now. We don't know if God come out of Africa. And a man will tell you, say, oh, we are gods and goddess from 3,000 years ago. You're certain about that? You're certain about that lion man that will write that lion book there? Come here. We tell you, say, yes, we didn't know about God. I know certain. So anything I know certain, and I know hold on to it. The history we are going to give about 10,000 years ago, I know certain. I know hold on upon it. What life have taught I, that is what I hold on to. And look at God now. God is just a title that given unto man. Everybody turn God now, you know. I see man all call me God. We see all kind of politicians and crime monsters and everybody at on God. I see gunman all show me in gun and tell me, say, this is for my God, you know. Tell me, if you feel live or if you feel dead. That him give praises to, in gun. You see much thing of God? So I just say, you know, we are like a God, you know. Haile Selassie is divine. Because we're going straight in Africa, you know. Straight now Ethiopia and trad. Haile Selassie never tell you saying divine. But I see the works, is the works that count. Because look at 1930 when Haile Selassie I crowned. People from all walks of life, all over the world, all over Africa, come. And that is the greatest moment the world have ever beheld. Never before with Jesus, never before with none of the ones who was before. But it happened with Haile Selassie in 1930. Because Haile Selassie I crowned on the 2nd of November. But he was ordained to the throne on the 2nd of April, which is the Ascension Day. And it take them 7 months of planning and people to travel from all over Africa. And the Queen of England and the Pope and everybody for come bow down as that like a man foot. And crown him King of Kings. So we give praises to the greatest man that ever walked the face of the earth as the divine one. Because God no come out of Africa, God come from Europe. And if we say we are African now and we are different African, livity, and African ways. Because remember, you know, them bury you under God, them prison under God, them marry you under God, then slave you under God, then rape you under God, then judge you under God, then send you to prison under God. And look at it now. When the black people then was coming from Africa in the West and those slave ships, they were all praying to God. Every one of them. But which God? Did God answer the black man prayer? God never answered. Because if God did answer the black man prayer, he would not allow them to buy and sell them and rape them and kill them. God was in favor in the slave master. To buy them, rape them and kill them. All when them are sing about we shall overcome and not River Jordan and all these things and them way there. So I personally, I don't know if God love I. And I don't know if God love black people. The God where them a give it. We don't know if no more there, you know. But the one where them a give we don't know if him love black people there at all. We don't know if no more God there, you know. But you see the one where them give we don't know if him love I and I. And I people could not struggle and work so hard and, you know, so much wickedness happened to I and we have the most church and we have prayed the most and the most wicked things happen to it. Nah man, I don't know if that God don't give you for God. I don't know. So I don't bother hold on upon him, you know. I hold on upon the divine one. Because all of what we are talking about upon earth, you know. But when they tell about God, they might tell about heaven and they might tell about hell and they tell about other places, like all of them things are not there upon earth. Just go back in yourself, man. Because when me I look at youth and then tell me about heaven, up in the air me I talk about. When me hear about Jerusalem and Bethlehem and all these places, me check say up in the air it there. And some of them still feel the way there. If I did feel the way there at youth, some of the people them still feel the way they say, oh yeah. So we have to go check ourselves again. if we are praise a God, does this God love black people? That we have to look at. But I give praises to Haile Selassie, not as God, but as the divine one, and the greatest man that ever walked the face of the earth. God. Them show in a film history whether a lie or true, you know. So the greatest man will walk the earth to Haile Selassie. And 1930, the coronation showed that the 72 nations bow down and crown him king of kings. So we glorify him. We glorify him and we brethren them that the great works in our. And give praises and give thanks to them same way. But when it comes to Haile Selassie, we not put no one side in him. Because them can't show we no one. Mother dead when him a baby. He never have no woman. Just him. And him a rule from that time until and abolish slavery. We not talk about no everything now, you know. We are talking about reality things that happen in the earth. Because when they talk about Jesus, say Jesus will do this and Jesus will do that. You know, look like upon earth, them will talk about, you know, up in the heaven. So we could talk about earthly things now. What happened on earth. And it's Haile Selassie everything point. And if you can't read to how them have it now, you can't be Rasta. So we don't know how that go. Because most of our ancient brethren who was speaking about back to Africa, we still never have a book about Africa. And we still never have no history about Haile Selassie. But we were spiritually connected through bloodline ridge. I seen we did connected. So we connected with the ancient them and we ancestors them, and you know we connected. Because you will have a youth right now. And your youth come have another youth, and he say, blow, the youth they come see him like Prof I, him come again. We never leave. We's always here. So when they kill our people and feel so them could have get rid of I. I still is from that lineage. We are spiritually connected. And that they cannot buy, cannot sell, cannot borrow, cannot lend. We're connected. Because the knowledge that we have, or the wise mind that I have, we did not read it to know it. And what the Rastaman speak, that didn't go to school, didn't read in any book. Oh, you know so much about Africa. The library them at Jamaica never have nothing in them about Africa, you know. Nothing. Then oh, you know so much about Africa. But you never got Africa. So how you know so much? Because we are spiritually connected. So it's not just the man that read know about Haile Selassie. It's the man that's spiritually connected. And through we spiritually connected, we know nothing about Africa where even the African them in Africa don't know. They come and ask us about Africa. You know, say Africa weight is greater. I go there educate them and I make them know certain things, even about themselves. Because the slave master already take them over, you know, indoctrinate them, you know, and captivate their mind, you know. And rape and rubbish and take away everything, then gold, then diamond, then rubies, then pearl, then emeralds, everything then take away from them, you know. And slave them back feet, you know. And what you think are the main thing? Looking at Africa, what then care go down, they go take away everything. Just guess what then care go down, they go take everything. The Bible. And if you read the Bible, it's the same one tell us, you have to kneel long and pray. And when you kneel long and pray and hold up your head, what are you looking at? The gun. I shall rule with a rod of iron. Then I hit the rod of iron and have a rule over our people down the same way. People in Africa indoctrinated by Jesus more than anyone else in the world. Why you don't go and tell a Jew man about Jesus? No, I hear that. Him don't want to hear that. Jew don't want to hear that about Jesus. But if we say anything about Jesus now, he say we are blasphemer. We not tell the Jew that. Why? Because you have to go and clean the Jew shit. And you have to walk in baby. And you have to, buy him food, cook him food, give him everything. And you know that that man don't like your God, Jesus. But you will bow because you want that dollar. But if the Rasta man tell about Ital Selassie, you're ready to kill him and cuss him. And every man have a right to honor and respect and give praises to someone who them see as a one who have done great works for the generation and the generation to come. Because who abolished slavery in Africa? Ital Selassie, man. And what the wickedest crime that ever come up on earth? The wickedest thing ever come upon earth. Crime. And most of the crime come through what? Right down to racism. Another big crime that. Biggest one.
Mutabaruka has spoken about it. You spoke about it a little bit. You guys live together, right? But before we get into living together, when did you first meet Mutabaruka?
Muta.
Yeah, please tell us how you first met the bridge.
Well, there's a place in Ocean now what them call Mystic Mountain. In those days, we call it Robbins Bay. And there were what them call Liquor Duns over now. Muta come there with some brethren. Them time the I and I live up in the jungle, which is where Mystic Mountain is. Them time they know Muta, that is where I meet Muta. Because Muta, them they down at the Liquor Duns River and we up in the hills, a farm and live and them things there. And Muta come there so now with some 12 tribe brethren. I think I don't know if it was a 12 tribe trip or what. But that is the first time I really meet Muta. And from them time there, Muta become my brethren. And Muta whole livity at the time was so strong with I. Certain brethren have certain mark. We just know them different. Muta did outside. I have like a white patch, I have like a white patch in my head. And I just, from them time there, I just And then him come forward in the jungle, amongst I see him here with him sister, even at the time, And we become closer that Muta the evening live at Red Hills, and I go all at Red Hills amongst them. Muta is a man where them man in the 70s used to cook food and sell. But him just have him like a basket and he just cook the food and carry, especially at school like Excelsior in the 70s have enough Rasta and the whole of downtown have enough Rasta, so Muta just carry him back and sell him food and them things there. But Muta is a brethren where out of all of the brethren them who out there, who man put in a catty and Gary and bracket and socket, is one of the only brethren that I know of. I still stand up within the livity of Rastafari. Because the whole heap and I in the fire. Yeah. But Muta, I have my brethren. And it's enough. If Muta did guilty of certain things, I'd catch him red-handed. Because enough places I go and see him. And I just said to him that anyone can feed Muta. Muta no walk with him belly. And Muta no mix up in a certain things. When it comes to that ancient Ital livity, Muta. Yeah, one I time him did depend live food for a couple years, yes. And he might eat him cook food now, but to me, 80% time eating live said we. But when it come to the livity, a Rastafari, no man can't tell I nothing about Muta. Muta my brethren, and I respect him because there's a lot of man who would be in the position that Muta are in and would switch from him talking and him living. Muta no switch, Muta no compromise. And Muta is not a sellout. I can't tell any man that. That is where my judgment of what I know. If him do something that I don't know of, so be it. But what I know about, when I look for most of the ones them who take up position, switch, change, gone to different way. And I know Muta from in the early 70s until now. And Muta know I and I as Ital line for coming up. Muta know of Ital livity. You know, see, but you have other man who would have lived that Ital livity, but here how I see it now within Ital. Ital livity, to live Ital, that means we don't consume a fire. But we have man who say them are Ital line who still smoke. And we never see that as a part of the tribe. So I couldn't see a man who smoke as an Ital line. I eat live food, but him still a deal with fire. You know? And Muta is a man of truth. Because if Muta go and eat cooked food, him not go on like him not eat cooked food. I'm going to tell you. I him that. But for the time where I whole patrad I am Muta go on in a whole patrad. We can't talk about it because it to him done talk about. More than we just know say Muta. When Muta moved by Putuasi, a Mobile. When Muta moved from Kingston, on the train, I helped Muta, Kiddos, Jeep man, in those days, and Tommy Cowan, and the Empress. I think Muta take up some zinc and some board from Freedom Yard. Put on the train. We carry a Mobile when him get this piece of land and a Mobile. I put to us. I in at the train with Muta. And when the train move up, I bridge in CI. I say, Prof I, you know, got Bingi. I say, Bingi? He say, yeah man, you say Bingi there 9 miles. I'm going to jump off of the train like Muta with the zinc and the board and everything. That is how I love Bingi, you know what I mean? Eh? Yeah man, and then we catch forward Muta. So when Muta leave and go put us in the jungle now and control a piece of land there with a nice little spring, I man end up control the piece of land from the top. Yeah? So I and Muta they live and put us in them early days together. But the whole of them time they are trying to Ital for the youth and thing. And Muta doing look poetry and all them things. Muta is a brother who go through enough things. Enough, not because a man seen there. Muta go through enough tribulation, enough persecution, enough fight, enough things today where him there today. So any man bad mind him and grudgeful against him, inside of them it there, it not in a Muta. Muta is just a plain virgin. You might not like his personality. You might not like him talk. But to I, him livity count. And I will always love and respect that virgin. For the journey where I know him I come from, to where him then now. And still holding forward. Because we cannot count virgin that drop off of this strand. within Rastafari in the early days, man like I now, them would have see I and I as brown man, a half-breed, white man picnic. We go through all of them things that we do bridging them, you know? Because remember Rastafari start on a black supremacy. All of the Rastafari mansion was preaching that. Until after a while it changed. But I was there from it was just black supremacy. So man like I know them say, I can't be Rasta. A brown man. And we have some of our brethren them well Jesse black, you know. Black all them hand look black, you know. And when they are going nyahbinghi or amongst them man there, the man will hold up there and say, if you're not black like Yasa, you can't enter. So yeah. Yeah, if you're not black like Yasa, you can't enter. But I come up as someone who don't have no fear. And we feel say we are bad boy too. In our response, a man can't come chat to us. Because when we come in a Rasta, we come in a Rasta for say life. And we not deal with death. A life we are defend. So we're not afraid of man. Because we can't dead. Nothing can do it. So when you tell I that now, you just give I more power now if you put the real lion out I for sure the other them say, yo. No matter what you say, I in this I go. Because even though a man attack, you know, a man not go hurt you physical still. Them just attack. Because them still have say peace and love. But them want to, you know, man want to show them powers and things. But most brethren in them time, as Rasta was real black brethren. And they was preaching black supremacy at the time. But after a while, man become educated because most Rasta man they just come up under the Bible doctrine until man start to get speeches of His Majesty and all them things there. And you see Bob Marley again, him is always the target. Him come sing His Majesty's speech until he color up a man's skin and then wear there. So those things don't help when man start to get speeches of Haile Selassie. It helps to change certain amount of things. Yeah, I see? Man start to, even the word nyahbinghi, that means dead to white oppressor. Man even go as far as change it and say black and white. You know? So that is what the movements do. The movement is for changes. But sometimes we still have to ask the question, is it the changes for better or is it the changes for worse? We still have to question ourselves the same way. Is it benefiting I and I, or is it benefiting the people who is not of I and I, who is pretending to be I and I? So color thing, I go through that, man. Terrible amongst our brethren. Even until now, you still have brethren who have said the same thing, fire, both I and I. Because when we lick certain fire, our fire is to burn out or purify. And our fire is universal, but an individual we get burned. If him find himself guilty. So when I lick certain fire, I'm not for no individual, it's a universal sound. Because when we say burn fish eater, you think we are talking about, how can you take a life and save a life? The fish love him life, same way like how you love your life. And you want to go into the sea, you go bathe and thing. But the fish himself inside there, if him not in there, we clean it. How you going to go in there if you go bathe? The fish is the biggest garbage truck. Him eat, look how much thing upon earth, nastiness, we wash going into the sea when rain fall. Who you think clean it? Or who you think eat it? Not the fish. And then you go kill the fish and eat the fish. What do you think happen? The same garbage you eat. And yet still I know that I kind of eat the fish. Because how can you take a life to save a life? And them say the fish have the most protein. Yes, it might have the most protein because it have the most garbage. Right? And when you check a stat now, the protein where you look for. You might get protein from him when he's alive. But can you eat him alive? So when him dead now, you get protein, but that protein have a poison in it and dirty bacteria. And the fish them say, oh, the fish have the most iodine. Yeah, especially the fish head, yeah. But them say what? Iodine I give the people them the most cancer. I don't want to be no doctor nor no scientist, and I don't want to go down them road. I know so I just not eat not where you have to kill. But make the scientists who go through that explain the part there. I don't want to take up that job. I have to just talk of I livity. And anything I hear I speak of my livity. I speak of what life have taught I. When I talk about 20,000, 40,000 years ago, I don't know about them something there. Because all of them books that where them are come with are the same people them who invade Africa, invade NI people, persecute NI people, write those same books to give I for read. So I am going to speak of what life have taught I. I don't want to go so far, because enough of them are lie. Dress up and fix up to come give. You keep your history. I will keep my liberty and what life have taught I.
All right. I know you cleared up the Bible, right? But speak about the transition from the livity to the movement.
Well, coming in Rastafari, we speak of the livity and the way of life. The ancient livity and the ancient way of life. Now, we have seen a lot of changes. And I go through changes and we see a lot of changes. But the main thing that the one they are talking about now is the Rastafari movements. I will not see the movements. Why? Because it's not doing anything for the betterment of I people. Why I am saying that? We can accept the movements, but if it is doing anything to uplift and to upkeep I people for the betterment of the generation and the generation to come. The movements, people will talk of the movements because they want to come into Rastafari and do any and everything. If it's one thing Rastafari, I speak of is order. And Rastafari have order. You don't want to speak of the liberty because you can eat anything, you can drink anything, you can smoke anything, you can do anything. Because that's what the movements bring it up. But when you speak of the liberty now, it comes with that ancient indigenous way, the first live.
Discipline.
Yes. So, man no care now. So them say, yeah man, the movements. So we're up on the movements thing. Yes, we can have the movements. Yes. Because we go through changes of life. But is the movements is making any better for I people? I don't see it. It's making it worse. Because any and everybody can put on locks and say what them want, say do what them want, do anything, and just say that is Rasta. And there's no order. So I can't wholly and solely hold up the movements. I have to still maintain my liberty. Because I there my house, me live up on one hillside in a bush. And anything a Rasta man do in the town, I know. And I don't ask no one. People just come and say I and tell I. Boy, right now, you know, I see the one downtown, you know the boy, man down there near my pork, you know. Man down there. And I don't ask them no something. Because them don't know say the ball head of the judge, you know. I never judge them, you know. I never watch out people, you know. Yeah. The ball head I watch you, because you think say the ball head don't know what go on. He know the Rastafari liberty. And he knows that when you're a Rasta, what you're supposed to do. Even though he may accept it, you know. But he's ready to criticize about I don't take counsel with ballad against Rasta. I don't do that. But I get ears to listen, so I will just listen, but I don't take part in that. Because I know, say, yes, I don't know about for now, but in my days, to wear locks is a sign of death warrant. Even if it's a madman, I eat out a garbage pan and have on locks, he might go through some serious tribulation and persecution. It's not like now. Everybody will put on locks with style and, you know? But when you put on locks, it's like you sign your death warrant. Everything come down for you. Your mother and your father forsake you first. Your sister and your brother and your friends, you lose them. But nowadays, if you put on locks, oh gosh, mama will buy the best natural shampoo for you and she will wash the locks too. But you know what it is? Mama no want to see that can't come through the door. You have to run away. You have a bush cover live. So, if the movement is doing better for I and I people, and if the movement is what we're supposed to support 100%, why the movements don't give I and I school or whichever one? Why the movements don't give us business, building, land, everything? Because the movements are the changes, you know, and the change is supposed to be for the better. So all when we get the movements, we still not move. You know what I move? You all chuck, I move some of them from house to house. And that I move. So, you know, we give thanks to the one them still because it's journey. And we give thanks to the Bible Rasta them too. Because I just test them there. But remember saying 2,000 years the Bible give them, you know. And the 2,000 years up. And we see 2022, that's how you go. And some Rasta still stuck, let's see them here. Yeah. So I man have enough tolerance to accept them for who them is. But I know, sir, I did go through Bible already. I know, sir, it not have nothing to do with I. Livity. All of the Bible Rasta them stuck in a revelation. A revelation done and pass. So them now grow. Them stuck. But you see the generation who is to come, because remember, you know, we never did have no other book beside the Bible. We never did know nothing about Haile Selassie more than so. We never did know nothing about, say, Jerusalem never up in the air. And Bethlehem never up in the air. We have learned say earth to depend now. And them look at you nowadays, the whole of them, very educated. In their system. So I call it tailor-cated. Because if you don't know Rastafari, the tail you have same way. So I say, so, them are going to question you now, you know. What kind of answer you are going to give them? You are going to tell them, say, you're stuck at the Bible. You don't have nothing better to tell them. The same thing that everybody I tell for them, pitney, Rasta I tell for them, pitney, the same thing. No, sir. That must boring. Tired of it. But even when you go to Bingi, now, it's the same old Jesus chant them a turn around in a Haile Selassie, you know. Enough of them, if we pack them up and throw them on one side, man. We have only for well-educated brethren who can write chant, man. And chants on different things. We still sing by the rivers of Babylon, you know. But now we see Europeans are singing. So who did really they are the rivers of Babylon? You know? So we need to shuffle the deck again, man. If it's a game we not play. Shuffle the deck again and throw away the joker, man. And come serious, man. Because the youth, them want to rise up. You run them out of the trad. Because you not educate them on the truth. You educate them on false, diverse doctrine. Educate them on the ancient livity of Rastafari and the truth about Rastafari. Because nothing what we are doing, them are going like a Ital Selassie tell you to do it. And Ital Selassie tell you to do it. And we do it. Ital Selassie never tell you to call yourself nyahbinghi. Never tell you to call yourself Bobo Shanti or 12 tribe. So what else? We no can do other things same way, man. And it's Rastafari same way. But if you are wait for him to sit down, we tell you who Rastafari is, you're late. You better have that spiritual awareness within yourself to find the truth about yourself and your people and what Rastafari is all about. Remember, Rastafari is a livity and it's a way of life. And if it's any other thing, Ital Selassie I have is order, tolerance, discipline, principle, respect, love, honor, and the list goes on and on and on. Pure greatness and goodness. So that we have to go find that true inner love for each other and respect. And then everything will be all right. We could have talked till we want to talk like more. Because talk cheap too. Rastafari.
For years, people have
Talk up like a louder.
for years people have identified Rastafari with back to Africa, right?
Yeah.
Please tell me why, and I want to clarify, many Rastafari brethren have gone back to Africa. Especially, I remember 12 Tribe had a program where they were sending people back, right? Why haven't more Jamaicans gone back to Africa, especially the ones with the means? Why do they continue to stay or live in Jamaica?
All right. You see, with Rastafari now, our main aim was really back to Africa. Especially when I go to Bakawal in the early days, that's all I was preaching, the back to Africa movement. Repatriation and reparation. One go home and the system is a fraud and, you know, we are black people, we come here as slaves, we want to go back home. And the Federation was there, where His Majesty set up for Rasta brethren to go home. And land was even granted from Ital Selassie for one-on-one to go home. But at the time, a lot of one never met the trad. Because what loved one was waiting on was for the same oppressor, the same slave master, to send us home. And them never realized say Ital Selassie did come to Jamaica on a plane. It's true. And if I want to go home, you have to go home. We never make use of the land at the time. And the people in Ethiopia is still our people. So if the people go on the land, there's nothing we can do about it. Our people. What we are going to go to bulldozer them down? No. Them build up the land and develop the land. That never did work out at the time because the Federation bridging them, maybe them never do the right thing at the time. So we pass that stage. But now we see people are going to Africa. Enough Rasta go to Africa. Enough white people are going to Africa. But we must remember there's our rules and laws in Africa. And we must remember that our own African people must accept I as born African. When I people go, a lot of I brethren go, and they were treated as tourists. are visitors. Because even until now, we still don't have anything open up where we can go to Africa without them visa, them stamps, and then give 3 months or 2 months. So there is no African leader who really have any interest in the people in the West. When them clear up that, then we can say, yes, there is a space in Africa for us. The people in Africa, the government, the leaders, none of them don't really accept us. But Britain is still pushing forward and going the same way. I have some brethren that just got there, and a 3 month them give them. For one of them ticket for all go to Africa, 400,000. And them will give you 3 months. And when you go for renewing them, I give you 1 more month. So if we are talking about repatriation now, and going back to Africa, which one of these African leaders ready to accept us from in the West? So right now we have a serious problem. We still have to wait for see who are going to do that. I would love to go to Africa and live. If I find a place in Africa where I can live. But the whole world belongs to I. Africa is my place. That's where black people come from. I know that's where my ancestors are from. And I know, sir, that's how I really like to go. But I don't really want to go there, and every time I go there, I have to fight to get the citizenship. So I want to know which one of these African leaders are going to get up and say, we must come home. And that that's what them would have say Africa bill. Because only progressive people are going to go, you know. If say all of us say buy your ticket and go, and that ticket is 400,000, and a man find that 400,000, you think him a go there go waste time? And we think him would have get that 400,000 from? He must work for Ital Kitchen, and him want to come home. So them still not have nowhere in Africa for you and I yet. We have work on it. But if them want us to pay, and we can pay, we pay if we stay. But we still need better options than that. Just going into Africa as tourists. We want to go develop the land. We want to go help. We want to go strengthen it. Because that's all the Rastaman talk about. You know. No one else not talk about Africa. No one else not big up Africa like Rasta. We're born in Jamaica and you can't call a Rastaman Jamaican. No, accept that. Every Rastaman I go tell you, say, yeah man, I ain't African man. We preach that. So we are Africans. We are Ethiopians. And the main thing what we did have in common with the Pan-African, the Garveyites, was the Back to Africa movement. It's just Back to Africa we that talk about. But now, we see that there are borders and boundaries, and there are rules and regulations that they have set for I and I who want to come home and who want to develop and want to be a part of Africa. So we are still awaiting to see which one of these African governments will say, yes, the people in the West is our people, and they will take their, not by their free will, but by force. But maybe some of them can't do it. You know why they can't do it? Because for them parents, they help sell it too. Go right back to the lineage. Some of them have them same generation that sell us. So them still them into that racket and sacket and that position. So I and I who want to go to Africa now, they make it hard for I and I. You have to fly go to some far place and fly go this and fly go this and fly go this before you can reach. And maybe if you take a plane, whoop, you just reach in a couple of hours. And all kind of restriction and thing. Yeah, we love Africa. We out Africa. We not stop to Africa. But you know what? Them take us out of Africa, but them can't take Africa out of it. Because anywhere we go, we live that Ethiopian African livity. Yeah. That first ancient livity. Even some of them who in Africa now live that livity. Because if you go in Africa now, I look on Palm Sunday and I see them have a white man on a donkey and about 40,000 people are walk back him. Same as Jesus. And when I look, every sign you see up there is the same white Jesus. So they're more colonized more than I and I in the West. Yeah. Can remember, you know, the invaders. Never forget the invaders. The people that invade Africa. That buy and sell us. That even educate us. Our education, I call them telecation, it's not from our people. It's the same people them buy us, sell us, rape us, educate us. So if you can find your true spiritual self and got that spiritual awakeness and find your true lineage from your ancient people, what them call the ancestors, you will never find yourself back home. Because you are in Africa, but your thoughts and your mind are in Europe. We are in the West, but our thoughts and our mind are in Africa or Ethiopia. Because we live that, we eat that, we drink that, and we sleep that. We never leave out Africa. It could have ruled by lion and tiger, or bear, or beast, or dragon, or serpent. Yeah, we say Africa for the African and Ethiopian for the Ethiopians. Because we know originally it was Ethiopia, and then come beat in Africa, so we still speak of Africa. And they make it hard for us to unite and come together as one. Hard. Can't just blame myself, you know. Yeah, man. While we there talk about how to unite and come together, they must spend millions of dollars how to separate us. Make some hungry and some belly full. Make some preach something different and that one they preach something different. We must war. So until we know to overcome all of these things, then everything will be all right. And to overcome all of these things, it comes to one thing: tolerance. Without tolerance, it will never happen. And tolerance means learn to accept each other for their different. But our main goal and aim is Africa for the African, woman abroad. And united we stand, divided we fall. And we must unite for the betterment of I and I people, if we want to overcome this struggle. But if we don't want to, keep on doing what you're doing. Just keep on doing it, yeah. Because I saw them do it, you know. They make some hungry and they make some belly full. They make some brown and some black. And they all wear just one color. And say, oh, the one the lighter, man. Oh, the one the darker. The one the, oh, man, not true Africa. Lord, the one the blacky, man. Lord, the one the ready. And all these petty things we use to separate us. So these are the things that we are going through. And I don't know how it will solve. But let's see, live. All you have to do is live, you know. A dead man tell out to you, just live. And the livity I go prove everything.
Why do you believe Europeans embrace reggae more than African Americans?
you must realize that our people have been indoctrinated by the Europeans more than any other thing. Remember, you know, our people learn everything from the people that invade, rape and slave and kill them. Our people believe in the European more than they believe in our people. And when our music did go out, which is reggae music, I would say our music, did go out, spreading the message, talking about back to Africa and the revolution against the system. The European, at the time, they were dancing to the rhythm, but they was listening to the lyrics. And they were fascinated by the locks of Bob Marley and flashing locks on it. You know what I mean? So, it's after a while, them find out most of the things what was saying in those songs. Because enough of those things was licking down what they are doing. But remember, them not understand, you know. Them not understand the words, you know. But the Jamaican understand the words. And the black people in America understand the words. But the black people in mostly in America, they are either Muslim or Christian. And the black people in Jamaica is mostly Christian. And nowadays we see 1 and 2 Muslims are come back to Jamaica. And most of the Muslims them are come back to Jamaica. A prison them are come from. Them get deported and them go there and ask priests about Muslim. We never too know nothing about no Muslim. 1 and 2 man the other year talk something in the 70s about Muslim. It was just Rastafari. But now it's plenty, because most men will get deported, go to prison, go sit down, learn about Muslim, come to Jamaica and preach. Most of them want to preach about Muslim at Jamaica, a prisoner there, or deportee them. Alright. Now, when you look at it, and look at Rasta revoluting against the old Christian rules and laws in Jamaica. So that is a fight. So when Bob them come now and I sing about Rastafari, the people never love it. Because remember the people, Bob Marley come say, I still say, you know, I'm the Redeemer, you know. I'm a God Almighty, you know. And these people done indoctrinate by God and Jesus already, you know. Who them people afraid to say anything bad. Much as you go say, you give praises to a black king. No man, that's not. You're the biggest, wickedest man from creation, man. And the Americans them did feel that way the same way. The Canadians them, the people in England, because the same Jamaican, Caribbean Island people them were spread all over the place. So the fight was against the Rasta man.
Far that makes sense, because it seemed like the Lovers Rock was so big in England, but not necessarily the roots.
Yeah, them did all right with the Lovers Rock. But it's the European now who was dancing to the music, fascinated by the locks, Rastafari and the ganja and the Ital food and the red, gold and green and the Africa and the, you know? Yeah. And then now, the investors, the European investors come in and say, wow, this is a way to make some money. They never care about the culture. They care about making money, because they are business people. Them no business, you know. Them want to know them make money. So them pump money in it. And there it goes. So even until today, you will find out that when certain artists come to America, certain people you don't see. Because I'm in New York and I see steel pulse come in New York. Somewhere. And it's the first time I ever see so much white people gather in our place to listen. And I see whole heap of other artists come, dancehall artists, and I don't see them in the crowd. I see crowd, but it's the same Caribbean island people then. But when someone come and sing certain culture, you don't see them. So just simple, just one little thing, just look on it. Anything to tear down our people love it. And anything to uplift the people, the European love it.
Far right. Hey, I was watching Sunfest highlights, right? And I saw a dude called Skeng. I'm just finding out about him. You heard about somebody called Skeng?
No.
A young artist. And it's funny that when he was on stage, it was the most response from the crowd. And when I say the man, music dark, fire. This music, he probably, I don't know, he up there with Tommy Lee and early Mavado, fire. Dark, this pure killing. And you want to see the response that people give to him. So it's just something about our culture that's toxic. Like, I don't know, it's backwards.
But we have to look on it from a different way, you know. Sometimes it's a plot, you know. It is a plot against our people. Because remember, you know, say, most of the man them in the early days was singing culture. Enough man no big up big youth. But him not name big youth for nothing. A big man that. And the man they yell Rastafari and I preach about Rastafari a long time before most of our out there. I'm not get the credit to him to get still. But we know. I pray thee, why do thee then range and all them, you know? And come with some terrible songs in the early days. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying now, remember that these people who are promoting these music, they have the money. We are not pumping any money into our music, culture music, uplifting music. Sometimes we as races who have the money is to be blamed because you don't have a good Rasta company that promote Rasta music. Neither distribution, neither booking agent. All that still controlled by the European. And yet still the European want to promote the good music. But check our people now, who is promoting their music. And they must spend millions of dollars to tell about a song. Or say, kill your mother, kill your father, kill your sister, kill your brother. And they pump millions of dollars into that. Anything to deteriorate, anything to hold on our people, they will put millions of dollars in it. A man sing about Mali, a man sing about cocaine, a man sing about gun, anything, they will pump money into it. But if you sing about certain things about Rastafari, they will not promote it. And if you come to America to sing about those things, our people will not listen. But the European will listen. Because they teach their people how to learn to listen, to learn to know. And look on it. It capture our children. The gun, the drugs, the badness, the killing, the raping. And then when you see it physically happening now, then you say, boy, we don't love one another, we don't do the right thing. Children listen to the music more than how them listen to the leader, the teacher, and the preacher. them learn faster from the music than them learn from the leader, the teacher, and the preacher. And those are the things that is happening. Our people love to sing and dance, you know. And now look on it where them sing and dance. It's get really, really out of hand. But who said it's not a plot against us? It is a plot against us. Because Rasta no own a radio station, Rasta no own a TV station, Rasta no own no booking agent, Rasta no own no record company. We are depend upon the same people that we are like fire upon to promote we. So give thanks to have some of them who say, well, all right, then we do a thing. But sooner or later, maybe everything will stop. If I and I know do something